Ani, Sego, Pegutit, Niwi, Kidme, Mampi, Eyang, Anishinabek, Ejin Kazant, Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, Mige, Windak, Pine, Gayat, Mampia, Ake.
Bojo Wache, Beshaga Mampi, Williams Treaty Gay.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our virtual athletic banquet. Before we get into everything, there was a piece of business I wanted to take care of. If you'll remember our virtual ceremony a couple years ago, I had probably the most brilliant green Hawaiian shirt ever made. And I received so many text messages and Instagram DMs just telling me how much you loved it. And so in the last 2 weeks, I've received so many messages saying, what are you going to wear? What are you going to wear? Right? And so I wanted to unveil for you my new shirt, and it's pretty fantastic if you ask me. So yes, it's not green. We got the pink and the blue. We got a nice leafy pattern. It is pretty fantastic, and I love it. However, I have been told that our big boss here, Sammy Sting, is not a huge fan of it. However, Sammy, good news for you. I got you one. And I'll get you in it, and we'll get some photos of you in that shirt. Does that sound like a good plan, Sammy? Good evening, and welcome to Seneca's 54th annual and second virtual end-of-year celebration, aka the Athletics Banquet. My name is John Sharp, and I am the varsity manager here at Seneca College, and it's my pleasure to be the MC for this evening. Tonight, we celebrate and honor Seneca's student athletes and Seneca Sting community. We have had tremendous successes to celebrate here tonight, as you have all outdone yourselves in both academics and athletics. We thank you all for your support this year, especially with adapting so well during COVID. You have virtually all won at this point. 552 days. That's how long it was between varsity games from March 2020 until September 2021. 552 days where we didn't get to see you compete because of COVID. We had to shut down across the entire OCAA, which affected us all greatly. But after 552 days, something changed. We were back. We were back on the fields. We were back on courts. We were back in the gyms. We were back competing. It was a great return, and it was something that we all cherished immensely. On Instagram and social media, you see a lot of posts of where it started and how it's going. And so I'm going to tell you where it started. In mid-September this year, we played our first game in 552 games, and it was a baseball game played in Aurora. There was so much effort going on from our staff team to make this night a reality. We had screening that we had to do. We had to work with our college security group on screening spectators, screening the opposition, screening our own team. We had mask protocols in place. We had vaccine protocols in place. And we had safety distancing that we had to do within the facility. The day of the game, we were running everywhere trying to make sure everything was perfectly done so that you could compete and you could play safely in this new environment that we were in. By the time the first pitch was thrown, our staff was exhausted, but something miraculous happened. Justin Walker threw the first pitch of the men's baseball season, and at that moment, our staff looked at each other and realized the season had started, and we were back, and it was a great moment for us. And since that time, we have competed in baseball, softball, women's rugby, men's and women's soccer, cross-country running, men's and women's basketball, men's and women's volleyball, men's and women's indoor soccer, and badminton. We've had the opportunity to see some great highs and some challenges throughout the season that you always get with sport. I will tell you one of the greatest moments I had this past year was when a student came up to me after a softball game and complained about their sub being soggy. That was when I knew we were really back, because that was one of the things that we would always hear about. And it was just one of those moments you're like, yes, we're talking about something other than COVID. It was fantastic. So where are we at now? Well, We just won the OCAA Women's Indoor Soccer Championship this past weekend, and our season is now concluded for 21-22. It was a great year. It was a great way to finish, and I don't think we can look back on it in any possible way to say that it was a success in every possible meaning. But let's look back at those successes. Let's look at the teams that competed. Let's look at men's baseball. Men's baseball won the division championship, the East Division Championship this year, and were the OCAA bronze medalists. This was the first medal in that program history and the first division championship for that program. Our men's soccer team won the OCAA bronze medal, and they also won a division championship in indoor soccer. Our women's soccer team won the Central Division Championship for outdoor soccer, as well as the division championship for indoor soccer, as well as the OCAA gold medal. Our OCAA badminton team was tremendous, is the only way we can put it. In women's singles, Tessa won OCAA gold and CCAA national gold. DePasha won OCAA silver and CCAA national silver. Anthony and Cara won OCAA men's doubles gold and CCAA men's doubles gold. Kunal won OCAA silver and CCAA national silver. Katie and Selena, our women's doubles team, won an OCAA silver medal. Overall, our men's team were the co-winners of the OCAA championship for men's overall team, and our women's team won the OCAA women's team championship. Overall, just a tremendous season for our badminton team once again. At this time, I do want to do a couple thank yous before we move on. I would like to, at this time, thank you all, our student athletes and our coaches, for everything that you've gone through this year for us. Your testing on a daily basis, the screenings at Seneca, the screenings on the road, your physical distancing, the masking, and in addition to your strength and conditioning, your nutritional work, your academics that we were incredibly successful at this year, and the competition on the field. You have done everything that we have asked of you, and you have been successful in doing so, and we thank you all for everything you have done. I would also like to send a special thank you to our staff here at Seneca College. Our staff team this year went above and beyond, and the one word that I never heard from any of them was no. Anytime we were asked to do something, anytime we were challenged, anything that came up, the answer was, let's do it. How do we do it? How do we make it work? They traveled everywhere across the province to make sure that we were able to play and we were able to compete. We were here weekends, nights, in the fall, literally all over the GTA playing games. And they did everything that you could possibly ask. Now, it wasn't always highs. There were some tears, there was some frustration, but there was also a lot of joy in being back and doing what they love to do and they are deeply passionate about doing. And I cannot thank them enough for everything that they have done this year. At this time, I would like to thank our staff by name. Our athletic director, Jillian Mccullough, our senior varsity coordinator, Shannon Wright, varsity coordinator, Colin March, sport coordinator, Mike Brain, sport information coordinator, Ryan Phipps, sport services operator, Mario Lugo, our strength and conditioning coach, Sarah Donato, our head athletic therapist, Stephen Kopis, our athletic therapist, Justine Branco, our sports operations staff, Nicholas Wyman and Joel Julian, and our department coordinator, Tammy Leonard. I thank you all for everything you have done this season. It is greatly, greatly, and deeply appreciated. At this time, I'd like to welcome Seneca College President David Agnew to open tonight's ceremonies.
Hello, President David Agnew here, and on behalf of all of us at Seneca, a huge thank you and congratulations to all of our varsity athletes, the coaches, and of course the staff who make it all happen behind the scenes. I know it's been a very challenging year. I'm sure the last 3 words that any of you want to hear for at least a little while are rapid antigen test. But I just want to acknowledge how dedicated, how committed, how resilient you all were in making it happen. You know, it was touch and go to even have this season. I guess the only thing worse than this season was last season when we didn't have it at all. But you made it happen, and you put up with a lot of stuff that I know that was in addition to all that you usually have to put up with, whether that's lots of practices, of course, your academic work on top of that, your family life, your jobs, everything else. So just full of admiration for everything that you've accomplished. I also want to, of course, say congratulations to all those who brought home the medals. Just last week, of course, our indoor women's soccer team, the badminton team did such a terrific show. Our baseball, soccer, coaches of the year, all-star athletes, great academic accomplishments, all around a terrific year, despite all that noise out there. So again, on behalf of all of us, congratulations. You should be very proud of what you've accomplished. We're very proud of what you've accomplished. So cheers and have a great evening.
Thank you, President Agnew, for your moving words and for your dedication to the success of our varsity program and for your dedication to the well-being of our Seneca community. Now, to begin our evening of awards, we'd like to first acknowledge the long hours and hard work that goes into transporting our Sting teams to games, practices, and away trips. They drop us off at the front door, they hunt for parking, they warm up the vehicles before we head out, and they cheer us on in the gyms. At this time, I would like to thank Pauline Quinn Gardner, Hans Maurer, and Paul Taylor. We're so grateful for your dedication, patience, commitment, and outstanding service to our department. At this time, I'd like to recognize a special group within our department, athletic therapy. Our athletic therapists in a common year would take care of all of your needs, from massage to icing to taping to injury management to recovery, and making sure that you are at your best to be able to compete each year. But this year, coming out of COVID and dealing with everything that we had to do to keep you safe, this team took a leadership role in ensuring your safety. They took a lead in testing on a daily basis. They took a lead in the masking, in physical distancing, and the screening processes. They went above and beyond. In the fall season, they traveled from facility to facility to make sure that everything was set and everything was safe at all of our practices that were held throughout the GTA. They went to games off-site every weekend and many nights in order to make sure everyone was safe. This team went above and beyond throughout the season, and I cannot thank them enough. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start off with this year's student athletic therapists. First, we have Ariel Baruch, Fahim Hack, Michaela Roderman, Cassidy Sirk, Gordon Hill, Eric Yu, Zach Sellier, Rachel Patterson, Lauren Runge, and Brandon Neville. I'd be remiss if I didn't also thank our certified athletic therapist. Firstly, Selena Chan. Selena jumped in to support us this past season on multiple different levels, from supervision in the clinic to supporting baseball games and supporting our testing program. Also, a big thank you to Justine Branco, our newest member of our athletic therapy team this past season. Justine jumped in and became a member of the team in a leadership role immediately. And of course, I cannot go without thanking Steve Kopis, who led our athletic therapy team throughout the entire season and always put them and your safety first in everything that he did. Thank you all to our therapy team. I would also like to thank Dr. Francella, who is our new sports medicine physician who took over from Dr. Carson this past season. We didn't get to see a lot of Dr. Francella on campus because of COVID, but I'm sure over the next few years we'll get to see a great deal of him. Thank you, Dr. Francella, for jumping on board and for all you've done to take care of our teams this past season. Thank you, Steve, and to our therapy team. This past 2 years has brought us some tough times, but in tough times, it's moments of joy, laughter, and in the case of our next video clip, a little ounce of humiliation. Here is this year's blooper reel. It's always a good laugh watching those moments. Thank you, Keegan Hanley, a long-term videographer for the department, for getting those together for us. Our next special recognition is going to a group that motivates, leads, and brings out the best in our student athletes. I'll now pass it over to student athletes Selena He from badminton and Dan Sagan from men's baseball to give a special shout out to our amazing coaches.
The spotlight usually lands on the athlete, but we're not the only ones giving blood, sweat, and tears every time we hit the field or the court. We want to give a special shout out to all of our coaches who show not only mentorship, encouragement, and expertise, but also patience and compassion. Thank you to all the Seneca Sting coaches for your support.
We also like to acknowledge some of our coaches who received special honors this season. Luca Siriani, women's soccer, named Central Division Co-Coach of the Year. Matthew Naylor, men's baseball OCAA Overall Coach of the Year. And my coach, Rick Lund, badminton OCAA Overall Coach of the Year. Once again, thank you and congratulations to all these coaches.
These next awards go to a set of very deserving student athletes who are being recognized for outstanding work in their respective sports and in the classroom. These awards would not be possible without the support from Seneca's Office of Advancement and Alumni. We thank you. To announce our scholarship recipients is Varsity Coordinator Colin March.
Our 2021-22 Alumni Scholarship recipients are Rebecca Lee, women's soccer and women's basketball. AJ Rowe, men's baseball. Madison Ayers, women's rugby. And Camila Beebe, women's volleyball. Next up, the Mbna Scholarships, and they go to Atif Ali, men's soccer. Aaron Toniolo, men's soccer. Katie Liu, badminton. And Erica Freelander, women's softball. Next up is the Jenna Cara Scholarship, awarded to a student athlete demonstrating humility and community involvement. Your recipient is Carly Uddenberg, women's soccer. Next up is the Ian Blundy Scholarship, going to a student athlete in the Fire Protection Engineering Technology program. And the winner is Justin Walker, men's baseball. Next is the Bonnie Backvar Scholarship for Perseverance, and the winner is C.L. Villoria, women's volleyball. Lastly, your Ernie Armstrong Scholarship for Leadership and Dedication. And it goes to Jordan Anderson, men's basketball.
Thank you, Colin, and congrats to our recipients. Now, these next awards are presented to those athletes who give their absolute all and significantly influence the success of their teams. They have been selected by their own teammates, coaches, and coordinators as the most valuable. Let's get started. Our first 2021-22 team MVP from cross-country running, Dani Galaini. A first-year student athlete and relative newcomer to the sport of cross-country running, Dani was a truly valuable member of the varsity team through his strong work ethic, commitment, and competitive mindset. He was among Seneca's top finishers at all races, and we hope his development leads to even greater success in the coming seasons. Congratulations, Dani. The next team MVP from women's rugby sevens goes to Ella Britton. Ella has been the backbone to our program this season, not just on the field, but off the field. Her dedication to being a great sting was infectious, and it reached all her teammates. Congrats, Ella. Up next is your women's softball MVP. Erica Freelander. Erica is a true competitor who leads by example every day. Team success and determination to grow and get better was evident every day she walked on the field. She showed up with a smile on her face with the energy to make a difference. Erica played competitively for many years, and after a brief layoff, she came back to the game and embraced the Sting softball program with a huge heart and amazing work ethic. Her gameplay and her leadership made Erica a perfect choice. Congrats, Erica. Next up, your women's soccer team MVP goes to Shanice Alfred. Tallying 11 goals in 6 games, including 2 game-winning goals, Shanice settled immediately in her new surroundings, having transferred from MacEwan University in Alberta. Her flexibility in playing both as a striker and a winger speaks to her versatility and ability to read and adapt in games. Her positivity and hunger to compete is contagious, and we cannot wait for what year 2 has in store for Shanice. Congrats, Shanice. Now to this men's soccer team MVP goes to Atif Ali. Atif's consistency separates him from many, and also his composure on the ball. He has been able to set the standard with his defending and also attacking. He has a great passing range and composure. Congrats, Atif. Next up, your men's baseball MVP goes to Gabe Bourgeois. Gabe had an excellent first season in the OCAA. He was amongst the leaders in several offensive categories, as well as providing stellar defensive play that was second to none. A consummate teammate, Gabe leads by example through his work ethic and performance each time he steps on the field. The baseball team is looking forward to the continued success of the 21-22 MVP. Congratulations, Gabe. Let's now go to the court with our men's basketball MVP. And the recipient is Jordan Anderson. Jordan has been the driving force of our program for numerous years. While laying down the foundation of our culture on the court, Jordan is a prime example of what our program represents off the court as well. Through his character, leadership, and excellence, Jordan is what it means to be a sting for our team. Congratulations, Jordan. And now, our women's basketball MVP. Shakaya Stevens. Shaq, as we know her, was one of the 3 returning athletes, and she embraced her role as a point guard and became a great leader on and off the floor. She's a tenacious competitor and had her best season statistically. She was a dream player to coach. Congratulations, Shaq. Up next is the MVP for men's volleyball. Nate Ling. Nate had a significant impact on both our team and league. For a first-year player and battling injuries throughout the season, Nate put his team on his back and did what he needed to do to help his team win games. He converted at an extremely high clip and earned the respect of every player and team we competed against. We are excited to watch Nate continue to grow and become even better next year. Congratulations, Nate. Now on to our women's volleyball team MVP. Mbna Scholarships. From her first day, Davina has helped elevate this team to another level. Coming in as a libero, she was tasked to take on a role as an offensive threat, going on to finish second in division in the scoring championship. She is a unique athlete that has a complete game, leading the team in digs, aces, and scoring. She was a unanimous vote amongst the players and coaches as this year's team MVP. Congratulations, Davina. Up next is your men's indoor soccer MVP. Congratulations to Anthony Guriary. Anthony is a second-year goalkeeper for the Sting indoor soccer team and is a steadying influence on the back end for them. Always counted on to control the play and to make the big save whenever needed. Congratulations, Anthony. And our women's indoor soccer most valuable player is Jordan Burke. Jordan is a steady defenseman who keeps the play in front of her at all times. As a team captain, she helped lead the Sting to an OCAA championship this past year and can always be counted on for leadership and to be that one player on the team that always picks up her teammates. Congratulations, Jordan. Our next team MVP is for badminton, and your winners are from women's singles, Tessa Liu, and from men's doubles, Anthony So and Cara. Tessa is an elite level athlete who has competed on the international stage representing the country of Taiwan. Liked and respected by her peers in the badminton community, Tessa always impresses on the court with her fluidity of motion and precision of shots. And a gold medalist with an undefeated record at the OCAA and CCAA championships also speaks for itself. Cara has always strived to perform at a higher level and dedicates himself to training on and off campus. Regardless of his own personal development, Cara always contributes to the development of his fellow teammates and is truly a well-rounded athlete with a great personality. Anthony is a first-year athlete with the Seneca Sting. However, he brings many years of experience within the Canadian badminton community, as he has represented Canada at the Pan Am Junior Championships and the Canadian Junior International Championships. Although he is a rookie, Anthony brings a mature playing style of a seasoned veteran. One can often find him with a smile on the court, enjoying every rally and challenge thrown at him. The duo have an impeccable showing at both the OCAA and CCAA championships, capturing gold in a national championship. Congratulations to Tessa, Anthony, and Cara. At this time, let's take a look at the very best from this past season with our annual highlight reel.
I've been through heartaches, I've been to heaven. I've done my best and my worst, learned my lessons. No matter how hard my life would treat me, I'd always get right back up, never worry. 'Cause I got a million reasons to keep holding on. Yeah, I got all that it takes to win and overcome. What I got is just a feeling, but it's so strong. It goes on and on, on and on. There's something going on inside of me. I
2022 CCAA Men's Doubles Champions. From the Seneca Sting of the OCAA, Cara and coached by Rick Young.
Keegan does it again. Thanks for bringing together another great video. What a successful year that we'd had. Absolutely amazing. Now we'd like to recognize the student and our student athletes by acknowledging your academic successes. This past season, we had 56 student athletes achieve an honors average of 3.6 or higher in the first semester. That's absolutely amazing. Given this past year, our students had online classes, in-person classes, and a combination of both through hybrid learning. A number of 56 is absolutely tremendous, and we congratulate you all on this success. Our athletes obviously love to compete, but this next award recognizes a different kind of elite. Let's now recognize the team having the top GPA in the classroom. Your 2021-22 President's Award goes to... We have a tie. Both these teams each had a team GPA of 3.24, which is absolutely amazing. Congratulations to both the women's basketball and badminton teams. Congratulations to you both. At this time, we'd like to thank Follett for sponsoring our next award. The Follett Overall Rookie of the Year Awards. Here to present is Sport Coordinator Mike Brain.
There are always new athletes joining our Seneca Sting teams, but it takes a student athlete with grit, determination, and confidence to leave their mark after only 1 year with us. Your Male Overall Rookie of the Year Award goes to Canal Sokar from Badminton. Canal has exceptional court awareness and the ability to analyze his competitors and adapt his playing style and strategy instantly. Calm, quiet, with a friendly demeanor, he is well-liked and respected by peers and competitors alike. Canal would finish the season with a CCAA silver medal and a well-fought men's singles finals against a rambunctious home crowd. Congrats, Canal. Now, your Female Overall Rookie of the Year. Also from Badminton, Depasha Prabjot. Depasha came to Seneca as an elite athlete and very passionate individual, as it translates directly to her fierce and fiery playing style, which resulted in a successful season as a silver medalist both at the OCAA and CCAA championships. In addition, she is involved in the badminton community by coaching junior performance athletes. Congrats to Pasha.
Congratulations, Kunal and Depasha, on your tremendous rookie seasons with the Seneca Sting, and thank you, Mike. For our next award, I'd like to pass the mic off to our senior varsity coordinator, Shannon Wright, to present the Linda Stapleton Sting 360 Award.
The The overall Sting 360 award is presented to a male and female athlete who has exemplified the 3 pillars within Sting 360: character, leadership, and excellence. The Seneca Sting 360 program was envisioned, developed, and implemented by Seneca Hall of Famer and previous athletic director Linda Stapleton. The program created the ideals and expectations of our varsity and recreation student leaders. The overall Sting 360 awards go to Dan Segan, men's baseball, and Jordan Burke, women's soccer. Dan is a person who embodies the values of the Sting 360 award. Dan played a vital role in the success of the team, leading the team to their first ever OCAA medal. The natural leader amongst his peers, always the first player to congratulate his teammates on their success or pick them up when they've faced adversity. Jordan, an inclusive leader and co-captain who was the backbone of our defense. Jordan has led by example and encompasses our student-athlete values. Congratulations to Dan and Jordan. Each year, we recognize student-athletes who show leadership, determination, and put their team first, as exemplified by former Seneca College President Stephen E. Quinlan. This year's winner is no exception. Your 2021-22 Stephen E. Quinlan Award goes to Selena He from Badminton. Selena has been a dedicated student athlete with Seneca for over 4 years now. Her leadership and passion has made this award fitting. With excellent communication and enthusiasm with both staff and students, her role as a Seneca ambassador, team captain, varsity council member, and leader on and off the court has left a lasting impression with both the badminton team and the Seneca Sting family as a whole. Thank you, Selena, for your support throughout the years. Congratulations, Selena.
Thank you, Shannon, and congratulations to Dan, Jordan, and Selena. To finish off our evening and hand out our final hardware of the night, our male and female athlete awards, please welcome Athletic Director Jillian Mccullough. She will also finish off the evening with the closing remarks.
Each year, the Athlete of the Year award is presented to those student athletes that show exceptional athleticism, academic achievement, and a solid commitment to their sport and their teammates. This year is no exception, as these recipients are champions in every sense of the word. Your male Athlete of the Year goes to... From Badminton, our men's doubles national champions, Cara Chuprawad and Anthony So. A complementary duo, they battled together from their first match and fought all the way to a national championships. They showed impressive maturity and composure even under tremendous pressure, representing Seneca College elegantly on the biggest stage. The Sting family is so very proud to present the 2021-22 Male Athlete of the Year to both of you. Congratulations.
I'm a globetrotter. You and I pick your 나 하지만 우리 너무 달라. We just different. 나 좀 봐라. 여자나 집이나 세상 나가신다. 너무 빨라. I'm a globetrotter. You and I pick your 나 하지만 우리 너무 달라. We just different. 나 좀 봐라. 여자나 집이나 세상 나가신다. 너무 빨라. I'm a globetrotter. I'm a globetrotter.
Finally, your 21-22 Seneca Sting Female Athlete of the Year. Tessa Liu of Badminton. Where to begin? OCAA Player of the Year, CCAA All-Canadian, National Women's Single Champion, an undefeated record. All accomplished in this shortened yet very competitive season. These accolades are obviously impressive, but what's most remarkable about Tessa is her poise and what appears to be an effortless dominance on the court. Congratulations, Tessa. It's now my pleasure to wrap up the 21-22 varsity season. For those of you that are counting, and you probably don't know this number, it's been 721 days since our last virtual athletic banquet. It's hard to believe we're still virtual, but 721 days later, here we are. And March 12th, 2020 was the last time that I watched varsity sports. Indoor soccer was at Redeemer, about to go to the second day where the medals were going to be handed out. And I was really fortunate that same group of athletes that was my first glimpse of our 21-22 season. I was with women's soccer at their first training session, and they were our first team to compete again in an exhibition in Niagara. So my year started and ended with women's soccer. It started and ended with awkward hugs and masks and not wearing masks and smiles. It was amazing. It started with a women's soccer player jumping on me, hugging me, and us saying, whoa, 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 stop. You know, you're not allowed to do that. It's COVID. And it ended with me hugging women's soccer players after winning a provincial championship. This time I didn't care. Lots of smiles, lots of hugs, and a great way to end the year. It's the best part of what we do. That joy, that passion, the emotion, the love. What were some of my favorite memories and accomplishments? Honestly, just starting and finishing the season. The ups and downs of it all may have made us a bit sick, but we wouldn't have had it any other way. Men's soccer winning bronze. Baseball winning the first medal in the program's history. Having every single one of our teams make the playoffs. There were many all-stars, awards, and accolades. Of course, badminton. The OCAA team championship on both the men's and women's teams. 2 golds and 3 silvers there. A coach of the year, player of the year, and then on to the CCAA championships where we captured 2 silver and 2 gold medals. There were lots of exceptional performances and exceptional accomplishments. But honestly, I go back to those first and last hugs and tears of joy are what I remember the most. And it finished off the same way with our women's soccer team. It all started and ended in that same way, and it was wonderful. Anyone who knows me knows that I speak often about the importance of people and the roles that they play in a successful organization. That is never more true than in a sports setting. Tonight, I'd like to take the time to thank the people who made this happen, as well as ensuring we had a very successful varsity season. We have a lot of people to be grateful for. First, our Seneca Senior Executive. The support, trust, and pride they have shown in all of you is tremendous, and we thank them. To our support staff, to say that they have been in the trenches and along for all the highs and lows and stops and starts is an understatement. We've all been in this together. Thank you to Shannon, Colin, Mike, Ryan, Nicole, Tammy, Sarah, Mario, Nick, Joel, and all of our student staff and game day staff for the support to make this possible. A special shout out goes to Steve, Dr. Francella, Justine, Selena, and all of our student therapists who always wear many hats, but this year went over and above the call of duty. I'd also like to say a very special thank you to our MC for this celebration tonight and the true captain of this team, John Sharp. John, your leadership, dedication, perseverance, and belief in the power of sport and the Seneca Sting has made this year not only possible, but fun, rewarding, and successful. Thank you. Our coaches. They are at the center of all we do. Our successes and setbacks, our day-to-day on this journey revolve around this special group of people. Thank you to all of you for sharing your love of sport and the belief in the positive effects it can have on all of us. Lastly, to you, our student athletes. You're the reason we're all here tonight, that we're all here every day. Thank you for your dedication, your perseverance, your acceptance of daily COVID tests, your spirit and enthusiasm, for your wins and your successes, your love of sport, competition, and the journey we are all on together. Thank you. I'd like to have one more special thank you to those of you who are graduating and moving on from the Sting family. Good luck as you face your next challenges and the opportunities in your life. Don't forget the lessons you've learned through your time with Seneca. You are prepared for success and everything life will throw at you. Good luck. Through the ups and downs of this past year, I hope you've been reminded about what you love about sport. I know I have, but sometimes it's nice to say it out loud so we don't forget what the challenges have brought us. Let's remember our love of sport as we celebrate this past year and look forward to the future. I remind you to love the struggle. It makes us appreciate our accomplishments. Love the challenges. We've had enough of them this past year, but we're going to choose to grow from them. Love the competition. We certainly missed it, and I don't want to do that again. Love your family, your teammates, coaches, and staff. Sport is so much about the connections. Embrace the relationships and the people who matter most. Love yourself. Take care of yourself first and foremost so that you can be your best self for others. Love the day. Take the time to not only reflect, but embrace the moments in front of us. Lastly, I want to say thank you for allowing me to be a part of this Seneca Sting family. Wearing the logo on my chest, but more importantly in my heart, has allowed me to love the moments I've had this past year. On behalf of all of us here at Seneca, thank you for being a part of the Sting family, and congratulations on a successful 21-22 varsity season.